Okay, that's it, man. It says it's live. I don't know. I'm just kind of looking at myself, just hoping, pushing. Just kidding, folks. How's everybody doing there? I'm just doing a quick sound check, battery check, and voila! Happy Friday. Fun day, everybody. My name is Rob Appell. I'm a quilt maker out at Stitchin Heaven, Quitman, Texas. Although right now I'm at my home studio, which we will talk about in a little bit longer later on today. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Friday, everybody. We are now deep into this new year, and I'm super excited about what's going on. I want to make sure I've got everything up and running cool. It looks like everything's doing real well, so it looks like we're on to a great, or off to a great show so far. Let me say welcome to our 67, and yes, we are almost to 68,000 subscribers. If you haven't subscribed, please do so right now. Smash that like button, hit the notify bell, and make sure that you join us every Friday that I can possibly go live about 2 o'clock p.m. on the Pacific Coast. That'd be 5 p.m. East Coast, and we have a great time together. We also have our Facebook group, and Facebook has been happening right now. Not only with the So Well Rob Appell Facebook group, please make sure you sign up for that, but also, as you know, we're coming off of our cool New Year's Day mystery quilt along. Team Rob, Team Tiffany, some great quilts we'll talk about. I know I showed last week, but I want to share it again because I'm so excited. I've got so many things I want to show and tell and share here. Let's go to the overhead camera so you can see the pile of cookies, the Nerf gun, some of those weird things on the table, so you just get an idea about what we're going to be discussing today, and of course the fabulous stickers back there as well. So yeah, fantastic. I hope I have a lot of new friends joining us today that were participating in the live sew along, and how amazing, folks. I want to thank you personally for helping me crash YouTube. It was awesome. There were so many of us at the starting point. I think that was one of the early disasters. That was not my fault, although we've learned, and in the future we'll probably just start a little early or something and have some backup links, but it was great. I did leave the video just posted up, the recorded version, the tutorial version is up, and was our video this Wednesday as we dive into our announcements for the week. I wanted to make sure that everybody got a real good, clean, crisp vision of what was going on, and I apologize that the first couple hours of the live feed did get deleted. The second half is there, and if nothing else, I really encourage all of you to check out the second half. Andrew Lee, Combat Quilter, comes in, bails us out, well, bails me out, gets me a taco break, which was fantastic. And then at the very end, Tiffany is talking kind of about what she's been through the year. If you did not know, her husband Scott passed away, and several of us have been concerned about, how that would be to lose your spouse, your significant other like that. And so it was great to have her on set and filming and being creative. I've spent a lot of time in communication with Tiffany the last several weeks as we were working on the last year's New Year's, and then this next time, and then we have some other projects coming up. So I'm proud to report she is doing very well. But it's really nice to hear her talk in the end of that video and talk about just how we all bond together through sewing and quilting in our community. So thank you for being here today, as you always are. It's great to see you. If you have not been receiving because you signed up recently for the email, make sure you do sign up for the email. The weekly flash sales, I've been getting them again in my email this week. It's always fun to see what's going on sale, what kinds of things are happening. And don't forget, the Isocore thread special is still going on at stitchinheaven.com as well. Something fun I just found while perusing our website, so make sure you're doing that daily. The Scrappy Sew Day coming up, January 25th. This will be an in-house sew day from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. And folks, if you scroll to the bottom of the page on our website, we are asking you to make your reservation, $10 will hold your spot for you, so we know how many folks to expect, and we have limited seating, and we want to make sure we have everybody that we need there to help out. So make sure that you are signed up if you're local and you want to come out and sew with us in person on that wonderful sew day, that Scrappy Sew Day. That sounds awesome. Speaking of next virtual events coming up and all that, of course, I've made the announcement. It is online. It is in the link in the descriptions below. Did I put that? Yeah, did I put that up? Yeah, there's always links in the description below for this kind of stuff, and that's partly why I was a bit tardy today. I was putting them up for the t-shirts, but here we go. Yeah, virtual sew along coming up April 19th. That's going to be our next quilt and sew along together live for me. We have some things for our QuiltWorks programs, but those are specialty private events. So these are for free out there for all of y'all to join along in. And so anyways, coming up April 19th, and the information is on our website. Here's a little video for you to check out in the meantime. Hello quilters, it is I, Rob Appell. I am here to invite you all to join me for a virtual quilting experience on YouTube. Together we can make in a single day this glowing checkered star quilt. If you don't want to work from your stash, don't fret. We have wonderful quilts pre-cut and available for you. Better than that, there will be golden tickets in some of those kits. That's right, 5 golden tickets will be awarded to 5 lucky winners. Those lucky winners will have their registrations paid for the wacky and wonderful quilting retreat in Quitman, Texas. That will happen August 6th through 10th, 2025. So join along for all the incredible experience. It will be wacky, it will be wonderful, and it will be all just for you with me right here at Stitchin Heaven. Yeah, and that's right, folks. It is going to be a blast coming up, and we have a lot of moving parts because it's a virtual, that's an online sewing event, free to all of y'all's. I know I'm starting to sound more Texan every day. And I will be posting the pattern really soon so that you can get your stash and your supplies together. But we do, like I said, have the quilt kits that are the green colorway, just like I've designed using my fabrics. And in those kits will be 5 golden tickets that get you to the retreat, and the retreat is in August. So basically there's 3 major things happening. There's the free sew along, pattern is free, but you can purchase a pre-cut quilt kit, that's object number 2. And then the third is the August retreat, and that is already filling up, if not already full. So make sure you check that out really soon. Like I said, we've got a bunch of different stuff, so you can check out our website. There's lots to read about and lots to follow along. Make sure you get your registrations in right away. And talking about cool things going on, block of the month, Arabella. We have just about finished up the 2024 version, but the 2025 version is all pre-cut, which is going to be amazing. And my block of the month that was designed by my dear friend Charisma Horton. This is called Epic. We also have this coming up. It is starting also this month. I believe we're sold out. I'm sorry, I don't quite remember. But if not, we may have a few kits left. And of course, there's patterns and things like that. So it's going to be awesome. And our block of the months are a great way for us all to stay together, sew together, and kind of keep up a fun pace. And this year for 2025, well, and I'm going to get into it when I talk about my grateful list a bit today, but I've got a whole list of stuff that I am and or will complete this year. That's what I'm saying. It's not even a resolution, it's just what I'm doing. I am going to be quite busy. I want to point out a few more things real quick though. We have some fantastic retreats coming up. So we have Nancy Mahoney coming up with the Spring Green Retreat, and that'll be March 26th through 30th. We have the Big Hooter Retreat coming up April 3rd through 6th, and this is a legit kit foundation paper piecing with instructor Deb Atchinson, which is going to be fantastic. And then ours truly, Tina, with Michael Davidson, will be knocking down some wonderful QuiltWorks projects, technique of the month on Jungle Magnolia. And then Tina will be returning May 21 through 25 this year for the Cabaret Retreat. And I've got a couple of shots of those projects, which are just fantastic. Again, foundation paper piecing, and it's amazing. And then we're doing some other fun stuff. So we've got Anna, and I'm not even going to try to pronounce her last name again, Galen, coming for a quilted shawl retreat. This is going to be rad. Look at all these wonderful patterns and projects we can work on, and it's going to be super fun to be getting together and doing that. And again, as if you don't know, I just love to hang out and quilt and teach and goof off and play with everybody. So one of the things I was really excited about, if you're new to the show, every year my family does a Secret Santa for our adult family members, which is all of us now. So there's going to be 11 coming this year when my son gets married. So that means there'll be 11 names in the kitty, and we all pull one name, and we choose, that's the person we focus on for Christmas, and we make, anyways, So this year I happened to pull my son's name, and he had been discussing getting a 3D printer, which to me is like, wow, one more amazing thing to add to our workshop of stuff. So he's been printing like crazy, and I came home and he had come up with, these are really cool. Let me see if I can go to the overhead. This is a chip clip that he found online, and it is strong enough to hold the bags closed, but not strong enough to keep me out. And if you look close there, it's a dino head. Isn't that cool? It's a little 3D printed dinosaur head. And then these little toys are shuffleboard rollers that we thought would be awesome. And we had a game of Starburst shuffleboard going on at one of our retreats. So we made these, and now we have to design the ultimate game board mat, I think. So, anyway, so these are wonderful fun. They roll real nice and smooth, and I'm excited about those. I don't know if I shared those or showed those off last week. Better get those chocolate cookies off the quilt. Actually, that's a big deal. And as we go into, that was just some of the extra creative stuff I've been excited about. Yeah, let me go into the grateful list. Let's talk about some of those things. And I am feeling super wound up and super blessed. Before I dive in, let's do a quick sponsor break. Thank you, Karen, for my lovely Christmas present. This cup is interesting. Oh, it's full of ice cold water. I have burned my lips twice now because the coffee stays so hot. It's got a fun magnetic lid, and if you know me, you know I love cups, jars, and jugs and things. So I'm really enjoying the new cup from my dear friend Karen. Thank you very much, and so lovely to have you back, my friend. And then also, I wanted to talk about, as I was starting to say, the importance of being blessed and being grateful, and I am really wound up, and I'm going to talk about why on the grateful list. So here we go. Ta-da! So the first one is, yeah, that's it, safe at home. And there's many reasons that safe at home is worth discussing this week. And so, yeah, if we talk about that, first of all, I was, for the last several weeks, almost months, been kind of really engaged with travel and teaching events since early on in November. But we did wrap it up last week out in Quitman, Texas. There's all my buddies and friends, the Carefree Quilters that were at the retreat in Quitman there at Stitchin Heaven. They're wearing their wonderful Carefree Quilter shirts, and I wanted to point out I did just put in our link at the last minute today. Both the Team Rob and the Team Tiffany shirts for this year have been reordered, and we have links for you all in the description. They've been such a huge hit that we needed to reorder. So those were just coming into stock right before the mystery quilt along, and so it was really fun to have those. So let you know you can. I know for a while I was saying you couldn't, but yes, you can get your Team Rob or your Team Tiffany shirts again. So that's pretty cool. While I'm still talking about safe at home, I've got so many slides today for you all. One of the things I love about hanging out with my friends and traveling, as you know, I'm also a licensed tattoo artist. So here's a tattoo that I got to do on my friend Marcia, and now it's about 4 months old and healed, and I love to get to see those tattoos out in the public. And then here's when I started the honeycomb on Donnie, the other half of Marcia actually, last time we hung out together. And then the bee, where the red is the new part that I was adding to him when we hung out recently. So that was really fun. And then I always love to come home, and here's a fun little slide from this morning. Yeah, but while I am showing parts of the house here, and the Bird of Paradise quilt came home for a few weeks, so I figured, oh, what a beautiful opportunity to hang it on our quilt wall there, and Charlie the cat can really enjoy it while he's eating his meals. Okay, but also one of the things I've loved by being safe at home is getting to wrap up some of those fun projects. Another thing that's been really important to me, and you hear me talk about my friends who are the all-stars. Let me see if I can bring you in close right now to the back of the sewing machine. Oh, that's the photograph there. I also have it on the side camera here. Please note, and let's get it for you again, these wonderful little stickers. Those stickers are our avatars of each of our folks from our fun little sewing club we've created. And it is a private club, folks, and I'm sorry, but that's just the way it is. We need to do things. But these little stickers have become so fun and important to me. And so I've been collecting them. I drew or traced most of them or modified them. So here's some fun little stickers we've got. There's my buddy, that's my best friend there, the Quilting Marine. And then, of course, that's me, the Caveman Quilter. And then Penny Bags and Carl, the cat, and I've got all kinds of fun. And I've been putting them around on the set and different things and placing them in different places throughout the last few months for you all to enjoy. But that's been really something that I've been looking forward to. So getting home and getting to put those stickers on my machine was a huge, big to-do about being safe and being at home. And then the other thing I want to point out is because it was the new year and I have been on the road for almost 2 months, it felt like I hit it hard the last several days with what I'm now referring to as my to-done list. It was a to-do list, and if you'll notice, almost everything here is checked off, and I'm pretty excited about that. So anyways, there it is. It's the to-done list at this point. And some of those things that were on the to-do list becoming the to-done list take us over to the SoJO building up. So SoJO is my creative sewing mojo coming back to me and feeling great. And so yeah, it did start by getting to put together this wonderful New Year's Eve mystery quilt. Folks, the kits are all sold out. However, the pattern is totally free, and there's 2 wonderful blocks that go together. And I'm really going to encourage you to check out the mystery quilt page and sign up for the page on Facebook. I am so proud of you all for the incredible projects you're putting together. I love seeing all of your colorways out there. It's been so fun watching you go from the photos of your stashes to the photos of your blocks to the completed quilts, or the quilt tops, we should say. Let's not get ahead of ourselves for all you overachievers that are trying to get them quilted already. Crazy, crazy on you. However, this is what quilting's all about. It's the way that we keep ourselves busy and healthy. And then this is the one that I'm super excited about. We've been talking about it for a long time, but it is officially all stitched together, about 540 hexagons. I added extra rows from the pattern to the outside, but this is my English paper piecing all by machine. Yes, all of the foundation interfacing is still in there, and I'm going to be putting this on the long arm real soon to machine quilt it up, and I'm really excited about that. So when I talk about having the SoJO back, I do need to note that here is what's
Can't really believe I'm going to show this right now. There's the new fabric with mending on top of it, although maybe I'll do a cool video on how to do those jeans. Okay, this is what I'm supposed to be showing. Never mind. Get focused, Rob. Get focused. That's the long arm. That is covered in projects to be and quilts that need repacked, and oh my goodness. So yeah, it's time to get cracking, folks. Definitely time to get cracking.
However, no need to fear. We have plenty of projects to put on there and to get to quilting, and that's going to be something really fun. I've been threatening to try to do something we're going to call Free Motion February. I'm not sure what that looks like yet, but that's just, if nothing else, my way of getting through all of these quilts that I've been gathering. And so when I say my SoJO's coming back, I have several projects I need to complete, and there's several that I want to start, especially with the new fabric line that was under the mending in the bucket. So there's so many things to get going back to. I was going kind of fast, folks, and I did miss a couple of slides that are super important here. So yes, we had some extra time after getting my to-done list. So I've been working on modifying Nerf darts, because Nerf is something that we really enjoy amongst our friends. So this is a Nerf dart. You can barely see it, but it has a sewing pin in the end of it. And folks, these Nerf darts are what we are referring to now as adult darts. These are not safe for kids, but they are a heck of a lot of fun. I don't know if you can see them in the overhead there. There are needles or pins. I will not show you how to make these so that I'm not responsible, but I would just like to take a braggable moment and just kind of show you how awesome the adult darts are. Now this gun seems to deliver them fairly consistently, but they're not all full power. But you'll notice I just split a dart there on the wall because of how awesome our little Nerf is. So keep that in mind as we go into the last but not least of the grateful list today. The boys are back. Yes, folks, the boys are back in town. You know what I'm talking about. Those 3 jokers right there. 14-year-old quilt makers in adult bodies having a blast. I apologize that we were not all in complete uniform, but we were wearing our tracksuits and Crocs that day. But when I say the boys are back, let's talk about it right now. June 8th through 13th, 2025, a Land Ahoy event. So Land Ahoy events, we have several of them posted on our StitchinHeaven.com website right now. You'll notice that good-looking one in the middle with, again, those 3 great-looking guys right there. the guy in the center, I mean, really. But nonetheless, so, okay, what we're going to be doing is it's a Land Ahoy in Shipshewana, Indiana, and we're going to be working on a couple of quilts. Here's Andrew's Heroes Comfort, and then there's the Kudos. Mark will be teaching this one. We have patterns that can be purchased or downloaded, and the coolest thing about retreats is, as you often know, when you don't have to be on a ship, you can bring your Nerf blasters. So that's why we're talking about the rules and regulations. We want you to sign up right away on StitchinHeaven.com to join Mark and Andrew and myself in Shipshewana. They just put the dates available, and it's going to be amazing. And like I said, that's coming up just a few months from now, 6 months out. So please consider bringing a Nerf gun with you and extra ammunition. We're going to strongly recommend keeping it small, portable, easy to work, something like this. You are not allowed to use adult Nerf darts. And I will say something like this, as fun as it may be, is a bit much unless you're really wanting to have a good time. So nonetheless, Nerf is acceptable at the Land Ahoy event with Mark, Andrew, and Rob. Come prepared. Make sure you sign up in advance. So this is going to be awesome, folks. I'm super, super excited about this coming up, and it is going to be a blast. You may have already heard, of course, that the quilting cruise, the Patriot Cruise with the gentleman, is already sold out, and we have another one coming up in Alaska for 2026. And I do not believe that those dates are online. And I'm realizing what happened to my wonderful slides for the other cruises. I do apologize. We have several coming up. Tiffany and Michael Davidson will be teaching several different projects throughout this year at sea. Golly, I am so embarrassed that I have forgotten to put those slides up today because I really wanted to let you know. But do please check out the StitchinHeaven.com so you can look at all the cruises coming up. We're kind of in that reload, that recycle time. It's the beginning of the year. This is the best time for us to get our calendars organized. That's part of what the to-done list was about today in my grateful list, was getting my calendar organized. And part of that getting my calendar organized is planning out all of the fun events I'm going to be doing throughout the year. And when I say events, for me, I do look at things like going to the quilt shows, getting to be on the cruises, going to the Land Ahoy. I'm going to be down at Road to California in a few weeks, walking the show and seeing beautiful quilts. But then I also like to build in, how is that going to inspire me? So I always try to create time and space in my calendar for when I come home and I really want to make a quilt to kind of represent that time in my life, or what I've just seen, or maybe a workshop I've been doing and I want to complete it. So right now it's really a fun time of the year, and I'm just going to encourage you all out there to make sure we get off to a fresh start. Set a great intention for your 2025. Make yourself a to-do list, right? So that it becomes a to-done list. Don't overwhelm yourselves, and don't try to do it all in a day. This has been an ongoing list for a week, and I'm going to sit down and start a whole new one probably after my afternoon coffee today, so that I know what I'm going into next week with a great head start. Folks, and I hate to admit it, but I talked about it way back when. You know, I've got the Apple Watch that tracks when I go surfing. And I have not been surfing since October 16th. If you'll remember, I got an injury out surfing where I really hurt my hip, and it's throwing my back out, and I've been challenged to be feeling flexible enough. And then where I live here in Morro Bay, and back to the Safe at Home, thank you so many to all of you who have reached out because of all the wildfires that are going on. I am about 250 miles north of San Diego and about 250 miles south, of LA, and 250 miles south of San Francisco. So right now I'm safe of all the wildfires, and I really appreciate all of those emails and text messages and comments I received this week asking if my family was safe. So that's what I wanted to come back to in the Safe in California. But I also wanted to remind all of us the importance of a good physical fitness routine. I don't mean to stand up here and brag too much, and as I get older and older, you all know I just had a birthday a few weeks ago, it is becoming a bit more of a challenge, and I might be one of the younger ones in our quilting group. So folks, water, stretching, walking, breathing, they're not very hard things to do. They're things our bodies need constantly, and I'm just going to encourage us all to keep ramping it up. I've been on a little bit of a physical fitness regain, recharge, excitement. That's what I'm talking about. Part of my SoJO is getting myself moving sooner in the morning so I have more creative time throughout my day. And part of that is getting a better breakfast, a better workout routine, getting a workout routine so I'm not slugging through the day. So anyways, I know we're supposed to be talking about quilting and sewing, and next week we'll come back with something going through the machine. It'll be super fun. But I just wanted to encourage us all as we have the new year's just slightly in our rear view mirror to make sure we're making a great head start, whether that's our creative, our physical, our mental health. Why not the whole triangle, right? Let's just do it all, folks, this year. Let's have a terrific 2025. Make sure you're signed up for some awesome events. Make sure you let us know how we can serve you at Stitchin Heaven. Info at Stitchin Heaven is our customer service line. And I want to go ahead real quick and check on these comments and make sure I haven't missed any questions today. Personal thank you to all my friends for being out there. I see you all. So many of these people I've physically gotten to hug on in my life. It's so neat. And then I see new names. This Caroline gal out there, Nordic, I'm probably saying it wrong. I don't recognize that. That's pretty cool. Stacy Leeds, I don't recognize that name. That's pretty cool. So pretty neat, folks. I just love getting to do this. I feel very, very blessed, as I often say. Oh, did I see all caps out there? Oh, that was from Patty. That's not ACJ. And yes, Dee and all of our customer service team are amazing. I'm glad they're taking care of you folks. Loving the RK. Love the Hexi quilt. It's super fun. If you didn't see, I started it on a camping trip and been having a lot of fun putting it together. And I cannot wait to finish it out. I won't say what I want to do with it yet. I'm going to keep you all on the edge of your seats. I've got something coming up. If you know what happens in February for me, folks, you'll know what's coming up. Awesome. Also kind of fun here. I see some scrap quilting going on. Fantastic. And I can see Mary's active today. Great to see you out there, Mary and Carl. And all of my friends who are now Ingrid there wearing my new ink. Those of you who are in the chat group, if you follow my tattooing feed, you saw a young lady that got a half sleeve started. That was our friend Ingrid who's watching along today. Ingrid, thank you again for being a badass canvas for me, and thank you for letting me do a badass tattoo. And that thing, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, right? Right? So anyway, super fun, super blessed, folks. I don't think I have any questions, so I'm going to go ahead and move on for the day. I've got a fresh cup of coffee calling my name. What you could do for me, though, as you are commenting today, or if you're watching this recorded and you want to throw a comment into the feed later on, let me know, please, what your quilt is that you're working on right now. You can let me know the technique. Maybe it's paper piecing, maybe it's applique, maybe it's a one block wonder, any of those kinds of things. I want to know the technique, and I want to know the color palette. So it can be 2 or 3 words, doesn't have to be much, but I want to know in the comments, because what this is going to help me do is start to chase down. I want to start doing more sewing live on our Fridays. I want to build this show out a little bit more. And so I'm thinking that if we can hone in and find some of the pockets of things that we're sewing in this group together, it would be fun if maybe we could create a project that was somehow a collaborative project. I don't know. I'm just thinking on my feet here. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you are currently sewing on and what the colorway is. That's your assignment. We'll see you Wednesday with the block of the month starting up. I believe we're starting with the month number 12 for Arabella, and then the following week goes into Epic. I might have those backwards at the moment, but you'll find out on Wednesday with myself. And thanks again for being here. We will see you very soon. Have a blessed weekend, and please stay well. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to stand here now after I say stay well, because there's like a lag. So I'm going to do this again so that it doesn't cut off at the end. This one's for you, Andrew. I love you, buddy. Stay well. Wonder how long I got to do this for, really. That ought to be enough.